Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, William Ruto was forced to regazette IEBC chair ETHAKON and 6 other commissioners after court cited legal breach. You know, when the court gave the parliament an opportunity to vet the nominees, the court told William Ruto not to appoint them, not to gazette the names. But when William Ruto, after the vetting of the 6 of the commissioners and the IEBC chair, Ruto went ahead and gazetted those names, thereby appointing them. And the only thing that was left was for them to be sworn in. Now, the High Court had given William Ruto a directive.
It is illegal, and illegality once brought to the attention of the court overrides all questions of pleadings, including admissions made therefrom. Illegality cannot be the foundation of legitimacy, and that no public office may be lawfully assumed in defiance of a valid court order. As to what orders to make in respect of this court is compelled by the Constitution and binding judicial pronouncements to find and hold, which we hereby do, that Gazette Notices numbers 7724 and 7725, both dated 10th of June 2025 and published in the Kenya Gazette, number 122 of 10th of June 2025, purporting to appoint the 1st to 7th interested parties as members of the IEBC, were issued and published in direct contravention of the conservatory orders of this court dated 29th May 2025.
And in that directive that the High Court delivered, Ruto was told that he did not follow the advice that was given by the court. And as a result, Ruto was directed to go back and again gazette these names. So I'd like us to look at this story further, the decision by the courts and what William Ruto has done. You know, what is happening is that now the IEBC commissioners, the 6, and the IEBC chair can now be sworn in. You see, the courts gave an okay by giving William Ruto that mandate to regazette, you know, by directing Ruto to regazette these names. Ruto was being told that now the names are clean and the people can be sworn in. So before we explore this story further, ladies and gentlemen, kindly support this channel by liking this video, subscribe to our channel if you had not subscribed before, and to our existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. This can be disheartening to the opposition faction, or it can be good news to the opposition faction. But you remember the opposition had some concern about the manner in which ETHAKON's name was picked, you know, the manner in which the 6 commissioners were picked. There was a lot of concern from the opposition, and that explains why activists had to go to court to seek some clarification from the court or interpretation from the court whether due diligence was followed in picking these names. So based on what the courts have said, it's as if the activists' demand have been thrown under the bus. Now, what is happening with this move is that, because if I may take you to the court's decision, you know, because I personally had projected that there was no way the courts were going to put brakes to these names. The courts feel that there is a delay in the formation of IEBC. There was no way the courts were going to side with the activists and say that let us shelve these names, let us shelve this process, let us start again. We are less than 2 years away from the campaigns. So if at all the courts gave breaks to this process and termed the whole process as flawed, so that the whole process can start again, rest assured 2027 election haingewezekana, kwa sababu these IEBC commissioners need at least a year and above for them to plan. Now, if at all the courts had sided with the opposition, it would have meant kwamba the all of this year itaisha and names have not been finalized. Tuanze next year 2026. Now, you know, 2026 ni pale kuna pressure. Now it's all about campaigns, you know. It time to for IEBC to, you know, be formulated ingekuwa ngumu. Remember, ETHAKON is going to be the IEBC chair for 6 years, non-renewable term, 6 years. So the 6 years, according to the calculations, are supposed to start now. If at all the swearing in, and I believe it's going to be done, if at all it's done, and ETHAKON assumes office this year, 2025, ETHAKON ataenda mpaka 2031 huko ndio kazi yake itaisha. Remember, if elections are held in 2017, 5 years itaisha 2032. So that would mean in 2031 kutakuwa na replacement tena, another IEBC probably team, and especially the chair in 2031. So 2031, 2032, time taken hapo ni kidogo. So it will mean the decisions which ETHAKON is going to employ now in this 2027, most likely those decisions are going to work in 2032, because the IEBC ambayo itatengenezwa wakati huo will not have time to again plan for the 2032 elections. So you see how even 2032 there will be problems. So the problem that has been created now will be witnessed. Actually, the effect of this problem will also be witnessed in 2032, because the tenure of the chairman is 6 years. I think even the commissioners is 6 years. So we are looking at a problem that will also be seen in 2032. So take note of this. There was no way the courts were going to side with the activists, because if that happened, it would have meant that ETHAKON was going to oversee 2 elections. Because look at this whole year, the whole process would have been disbanded. They start afresh. Then in 2026, that's when a new new commissioners come on board. That's when a new chairman comes on board. And then 6 years from 2026 ends in 2032. So ETHAKON would have overseen 2 elections, one of 2027 and the one of 2032. So you see how there's no way the courts were going to side with the activists and the opposition. That is the reason, ladies and gentlemen. So just go below in the comment section and tell us whether you think the courts have done justice as per the requests by majority of concerned Kenyans, activists, or you think the courts have simply sided with the government. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.